My name is Dr. Shan Jones. I'm a GP in Inverness and I'm also a clinical lead for cancer and palliative care in South and Mid Highland. And the main message I really want to get across to people today is the importance to go and see your GP if you have any concerns about your health, or if you have a feeling that the symptoms you've got may possibly be related to cancer. Your GP needs to know that, and I think it's really important that you do go and see your GP and explain what your concerns are and what your symptoms are.
I felt something wasn't right, consulted with my doctor. He says, well, we'll check this out, and did the necessaries, and basically just took it from there. Hence the reason I'm attending Rigmore at the moment for radiotherapy for prostate cancer.
The problem we have with cancer is that sometimes we only diagnose it at the later stages, and in order to try and cure cancer, or at least to get as much quality of life with various treatments and things that we've got for cancer, it needs to be detected at the earliest, as early as we possibly can. Highland hasn't had as much of an improvement as the rest of Scotland, so I think it's really important for us here in Highland to really do as much as we can to detect cancer early, so that we don't lag behind the rest of the country. Basically, this can be done in two ways. One of the most important things is if you do get invited to any cancer screening tests, it's really important that you do present to those, because that way we can detect your cancer, sometimes even before you've even got an inkling of anything being wrong. And the other way, of course, is for patients to come forward and to see their GP if they've got any symptoms that they think could possibly be related to cancer.
I felt that the concept of having the feeling that there was something wrong, and then sitting with it, and then getting yourself into such a state that you knew very well that it would be detrimental to, and in the long term, to your health. Personally speaking, I thought, well, my view was that, right, I've got to be positive about this, go and see my doctor, explain what I think is possibly wrong, and then let him make the decisions that would then affect the next course of action that had to be taken.
We know that there are delays between patients starting to realise they've got symptoms and actually presenting to their GP, and I think there are probably a number of reasons why people do that. I think sometimes people maybe think they're wasting the GP's time, or they wait to think, well, maybe the symptoms will pass. A lot of the time I get people saying to me that, you know, there's people with far greater needs than them. And I think also sometimes if you've got a real fear that you might have cancer, I think you're afraid to go and see your GP because you're afraid of what you might hear.
It would be pointless sitting and letting it brew inside them, because the longer you delay it, the problem then gets worse.
We'd far rather you came forward with your symptoms, let us know what your concerns are, than you bury your head in the sand and just hope that it'll go away.